Hey guys, a very quick video today on crypto investing and trading, or CTAI. Just want to talk about how to quit your 9 to 5 and just really do some pretty good trades. I think I'll go back to some live trading in a bit, but actually what I like to do is to do teaching people what I've learned so that they can see my mindset from trading. It's not financial investment advice, of course. And some people, I like to point out that some people like to trash others on YouTube when they say that phrase, but it's really just a requirement if you are not a financial advisor. And I think even more than a requirement, it's just kind of to let people know to, want to take things and do your own research. A lot of people like to try to learn how to trade from YouTube videos, and they say, "Hey, I can do this," and I correctly point out to some of these people, and others see that if that were the case, then a lot more people would be profitable, including that person, which wouldn't be working a job if they had learned from YouTube videos alone without a guidance of somebody that they're learning from, whether they pay for a book, pay for a course, pay for a person, or pay for a school like a Discord, like I have here. Um, and I have at least 5 different chat groups. I have some on Telegram, and the bread and butter of where people are learning and really getting this community factor is on Discord. So let's show you to quit the 9 to 5. We've been analyzing Bitcoin, and I like to go back to the fan favorite right now, which is Cardano. So Cardano called that pump. If you would have put $550 at 50x Cardano, once it reaches my first conservative, actually I had some targets up here, but I'm talking about main target of 10 cents. That would be worth over $21,000 at 5.525 cents. And there's a reason why I said that, and that was just recently. It wasn't you getting wrecked over here or buying in over here. That was literally buying right here. That is a lot of money, and that ain't even where we would think it's going. Now, if you, put 500 here at this round of price, you get about $2,700, if I'm not mistaken, at this very price, assuming you don't get liquidated because it might dump and do a pullback right now, which is very possible. It's either going to do a time correction, which is a sideways motion right here, or go down. And that's for another video to analyze it for the private group. Right now, we're going to talk about how to quit your 9 to 5. There's also one with XRP. Where is XRP on this list? And I can tell you guys how to set that up. Here's XRP. Now, XRP, we have a 5x leverage trade that shows 27.5x on 5x leverage. You don't need to do those amazing 50x leverage plays, or the same thing, you could have done 5x leverage at 5.5 cents on Cardano on the day that I mentioned. Hey, here's the swing trade and everything. We have a swing trade section. Matter of fact, in this Discord, I went long on this run up, blah, blah, blah. Got out just in case. Here we go. Where is active swing trade corner is what this is called. This is where the swing trades are. We have the financial goals and investments. This is the investment stuff. We got the scam blaster, where we call out scams and everything. This is the VIP section. That's $500 per month. You get a 5% discount 6 months paid in advance, or a 20% discount uh, if you pay 12 months in advance. And so for this Discord, it's actually pretty reasonable. It's about $2 per day to get into the Discord, the family that we're going and growing. We're one of the a great growing Discord groups out here. So you're basically paying $60 a month to join. 5% discount if you pay 6 months in advance, and you get a 20% discount if you pay a year in advance. Here's the quitting the 9 to 5. Imagine you had $1,000. You can eliminate your liquidation price too with a technique that I found, or have a very low liquidation price. So like if it had a flash crash, it's very unlikely, but hey, no, I'm not giving financial advice. And I'm just following my trends from what I see in my opinion. But this is not activated until XRP touches 23 cents. You can make 27.5 times with the 5x leverage trade, eliminate your liquidation price, completely demolish that, or even have a smaller one to even beat the market where it was only going about 7x. You'll be getting 27.5x. Wouldn't that be crazy? So here, let's show you something here. Uh, so what we have here are, here we go. Oh, I don't even have the other one. Oh my goodness, I forgot to put that here. So 5K, here we come. I called this the day before it happened. Time to do some hard talk, everyone. Bitcoin has the ability, this was on March 10th, has the ability to fall 30% to 35% in a single 24-hour period of time. Maybe it's spread out technically over 2 days, but it will happen in one 24-hour period of time. Don't believe me? Well, when it drops by close to 50%, remember that we were here first. I am looking for that opportunity. Boom. Next thing, BTC looks dead in the water. This is the 11th. 5K, here we come. I have a short in this conservative size at 100x instead of double at 50x. Now, this is not including the short I did. And now some people have called me lucky. The short I did, 100x, 10.3K, closed it when it went sub 5K. That is one of the most amazing shorts I've ever done. Crazy. Gives me chills thinking about it now. But you could quit your 9 to 5 with this. Not 5K now, but this 35% drop looks good soon with how this is so weak. Just need to break 7K and then smooth sailing. So remember, people were thinking the 6Ks would have been support. No, I was telling my group in the general, this is the trade update section, the general chat, okay? The general chat, I was telling them that they would get a complete just ignoring that it would be ignored. 6Ks would be ignored. This guy, this is where he was. He closed at actually 767%. This happened in less than an hour where he did this. All from that. Okay? All from that. All from what I was talking about. Here, quitting the 9 to 5. Now, these are videos. I call this one Hot Girl Summer. This is where you see me making 1,500% total 1,500% in a video. It was part of, I sliced that out of a 3,500% part because I was trash talking. I don't want to be that mean here. Let's go. Here. So you see this account here. It's about $1,000 account. Now, every time this account got up to 1,000, if it did not go up to 2,000 in one of those trading sessions, what I did was I took the profits out. This was trade number 6 or 7 of that day. I had one bad trade. I think I lost about 20% on 15 or 20% plus small fees with there. So let's just say 25%. So I lost a quarter. And I was about doing 350 each and every one of these trades. So let's get 7 trades, right? Each one of them I'm doing. Here's $70 here. Here's 150 here. Here's 250 there. Here's another amount. And this is not including what I was doing over the weekend with larger amounts. And I like to use smaller amounts on the weekend and larger amounts during the weekday because the volatility is just so crazy there. Now, I typically don't use any indicators. Now, this is one I was testing out. That's why I got it blocked out. Plus, this is for the paid people there. Now, this is what I'm talking about, quitting your 9 to 5. If you do just a simple math here, that this was 7 trades. One of them, I lost 20%, and you say 20% of, or a 25%, a quarter of $350, because each one of these was 350. I tried not to go above that. One of them was 400, and that one I made $150 on. I forgot what percent profit that was, but that was 150. And typically, I stayed with about 350% with this. And each time, I just left this at 1,000. Left it at 1,000, left it at 1,000, left it at 1,000. I didn't go short, which I probably should have. I could have at least doubled the trades, but I wanted to focus on one direction because it was just easier. I could see that it was getting ready to break out, and I can scroll that up to you guys. This is how you quit your 9 to 5. I was doing this in the group. Here's the trade updates really quick. There you go. That's where you see it. And I was doing these. You can see where it is. And this is only 50x. I could have done 75x, but it would have limited me to $140 or something like that. And so I'm doing these breakouts here. And part of this is a signals group, about 20% of the time. The other one is the academy, where you're getting trade videos, cheat sheets, where you can look at the pattern, say, okay, maybe I don't need to memorize it. Maybe I can just remember what this is and then go here to the chart and then take that out. And yeah, and I could do that. But I am actively updating people as it's going on, as the day is going on. So this is like going time traveling here. This was another trade right here. as you can see, wait a minute, is this the same trade? No, nope, nope. This is the trade earlier. As you can see, this was 160 plus percent profit. I guess you guys do see that now. It's revealed. Oh well, I'm not ending it out. Whatever. Sorry guys that are there. I spelled broke wrong. It's just, or did I? What the heck? Well, I'm tweaking. So here you go. You guys are seeing this, and where I'm looking at this, it's so funny. I said, hey, look, it looks like it's gonna bark down potentially, and then it's funny. It started to come down. They really wrecked a lot of people there. I was in this trade somewhere here, or is this Bitcoin? No, this is yeah, this is Bitcoin. But yeah, I'm doing trade updates to update you guys. Look, this is where we had a potential to break out at. Okay, this is earlier on. That's on the 1 minute and 2 minute part. Here we go. Let's ride this through. This is how you break that 9 to 5. You're getting tired of working at 9 to 5. Look, I can't promise that you are going to do that, because that would be a complete lie. Anybody that's saying they never lose, that they're promising, guarantee this thing, they're scamming you, even if they aren't literally scamming. By definition of that's fraud and misleading. I don't want to mislead you. You have the ability, from my perspective, to quit your 9 to 5, because over this day, with all of my trades together, I think I made about 4,500. I will have to go back through the trade history, but if I'm not mistaken, I made 3,500 on top of this 1,000 with this. Now I do this with my own money. And I know that I have to have risk management with it. Now, if you look at this, this is a rather large amount of that, because this was 600 and something, right? So what I did was, on this one, I actually took out and I reset this, and I started to reset it to 500 so that I can work up to 1,000. And then I made one trade here, and then it started to take off. Because if you look at that one picture and the reference point, here we go. Here's the picture reference point. I really just did not have time. I thought when this went here, that was going to take off, and I was like, wait a minute, it's getting ready. And then it came back down. I was getting a little frustrated. I thought they faked out on me for a second, and then it went up. So yeah, what you need to consider is that if I didn't make, and now I remember when I reset this to 500, because I had lost on that trade, and I do by these whole number things. I just have it in my head. So I would have eventually, and this is how I eliminate some of my losses too. So if this was not a whole 2,000, then once it's $1 under that, even if it's $1, I'm taking off the rest and balancing out to 500. Now, because I wanted to still use my risk, I did do another trade after that. I made some, and then I had to quickly, because that's where the one short I did. Yep, that was the one short I did. And then I had to quickly just get back in. So with that being said, it was about 3,500, and I'm rounding numbers here. I had a little bit less than that. I think I'm rounding up. And imagine making $1,000 a day. It's $365,000 in a year. Now, if you make 3,000 in one day, and all you're doing is just trading multiple, just imagine that your job becomes trading. But this is way more profitable when you win. And when you lose, obviously you're giving some of it back, because it's not going to be all wins. I didn't have all wins this day. I had some losses. And these were just the ones on Cardano. I did not make 3,500, 100% on Cardano. If I go back up enough, there was a Stellar Lumens trade I did. And then I did an XTZ trade, which is Tezos. And I actually got wrecked on that one. No, IOST. Tezos was another day. IOST, I got wrecked on that one, and I gave back some money. And I was very unhappy. All of the trades together, I balanced out to make about $3,500 in that day, only on this day, which was Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. And then on Saturday, I made a lot of trades. I made even more trades. I made a similar amount, if not more. And on the weekends, I use smaller amounts anyway. So yeah, if you're interested in quitting your 9 to 5, doing something like this, coming in and being able to see these patterns as they form on the chart, as they're coming here, then join that. The email is below. $60 per month. It's just about $2 a day. it's $60 per month, or if you pay 6 months in advance, it's 5% off. If you pay 12 months in advance, you get 20% off. And these are things that you can do and join in a community, because a Discord is more than a trading group, it's more than a signals group, it's more than an investing group. Of course, no financial, legal, tax, or investment advice. There is for educational purposes, and it's my opinion, and you're seeing my mindset as I would do things, right? It's a family. It's a business development part eventually that's working into there. It's people coming in and sharing things that we wouldn't see outside of the crypto market. Okay. Other businesses and other opportunities. That's what we have here, and that's what we're developing here. And it's one of the faster growing discords that are out there. And so, if you want to be part of that, if you want to be able to join something that is here and reasonable, we're not promising you the moon, because this is bad risk management. If this was all the money I had, now I'm going to tell you that was not all the money I had. I keep a portion of my money in euros, and I keep it also in other cryptocurrencies. So let's just say an emergency, and I said, you know what, I'm going to keep this. Let's just say all I had was 1,000 on that first trade, because that's what I started with, and then uh, I lost out, and then I put it back to 500. Then I traded, and I got I think it was 150. Then I lost a little bit again, and then I quickly, actually exited out part of my position, and then got back in within that short amount of time. And then if all I had was 1,000, using $350 is unreasonable. There was no way that I'm going to use $350 out of 1,000 if that's all I had, even in the original trade. No way, Jose. I'm sorry. That's not what I would do, and I wouldn't suggest that to anybody else. Yeah, but anyway, catch you all on the flip side. Join us. I mean, like, comment, subscribe. It's a lot easier when you're in the group and you're going to learn with us in a family. We are ready to do this. Peace.